Hello. Follow me on a journey as we ping everyone on the server, because I still have to do it manually. Alright, let's see. Let me first focus. Discord, hello. Alright, let's ping. Let's do the thing. I did this last time too. I'm just kind of... I feel like having special music, but I don't have the overlay for it, so you know what? You get to watch me make an event. Everyone votes rewrite. Wow. Isn't that nice? Rewrite. Create. X. Dot dot. Start. Start. I don't... Maybe I shouldn't even do that. I don't know. But let's do this. And then copy paste. Love this song, by the way. I just haven't been able to use it, so... Just gonna use it right now, because I feel like it. Let's, what'd I call this stream? What was it called? Bowling cleanup? I think so. Alright, that should be good enough. Alright. So, you're getting really, really close to actually finishing the bot as a whole. Well, as a whole, I mean finishing the bot to a state that I'm happy with to release to people, because yeah. So this music's pretty pumping. Don't worry, there's 2 whole minutes left. I'm gonna play it through, even though it's kind of unfitting, just because it's really good. Hello, bruh. Welcome back. I haven't streamed for a while, and because of that, you know, there's not many opportunities to hop in the stream, but hello, bro. Appreciate you for stopping by. Oh yeah, and then the bass drops kind of, you know. This is a really good song. This is by, Humu. And it's just Toy Galaxy. If you're interested. But, love this song. Haven't been able to use it. Why is the music so loud? Could be. Actually, extremely quiet on my end. Very quiet, actually. Turn it up a little bit. Try to hit a sweet spot, but apologies for that. Usually the music is that loud, though. I thought usually the lo-fi is about that decibel. But well, I'll wait for the song to finish, because, you know, you can't just pause this song. But come on. It's a great song. Beautiful. So, we were going to finish up some of this to-do list, because we got some stuff. We always have stuff to do. I always have stuff to do. There's never nothing to do. Except when I just don't feel like doing work. Then there's nothing to do, and then I kind of just sit around. But, I was thinking we should probably do some of the pull stuff, because that's important. And it would probably help. And it's generally easy, which means it's good to do on stream. Here's the end of the song. Okay, lo-fi now. Let's see. There's that lo-fi, wow. Alright, so. Let me close that. Alright. Cool. Everything's sorted. Streaming's not gonna just completely die. So. We have, like, hard-coded into pull add a certain... Well, the translation. So basically, when we try to make a poll, we ask for the user to do it in a specific way. And this, all of that, basically just translates it into a object that, you know, like, breaks it apart, so you know the question and everything. So, I want to steal that. Put translator here. Or Alright. I want to steal that because we need to also create the edit poll. In order to edit a poll, you have to create a poll to overwrite it. So, if it's hard-coded into /poll add, it's kind of impossible. So, I mean, there is a way, but it's kind of out of the way. You'd have to, like, add the poll and then, like, make a command to overwrite a current poll, which is weird. So, I'm not going to do that. Instead, we are going to put in the poll handler, because that just makes sense. Oh my god, so much text. There's going to be a lot that we're going to have to change, I think. Oh, maybe not too much. Well, okay. So we have response. Response.length. So basically what we have is response is, I think, content. Yeah. Response is just content. So we already passed in content, so we just have to do content here and then the other singular spot that it's in is right here. Don't full screen it. Content. There we go. Oh god, I kind of offset it when I full screened it. Hold on. Oh. That's wacky. Okay, well. That also sucks because now I have to, like, boot it somehow? I don't even know. Hold on. You turn it off and back on again. Now it works. Great. That's how things work around here. Oh, well, it's fine. How did I accidentally press F11? Oh, it's right next to the backspace, that's why. Okay. So, we need to create poll stuffs to use for edit and add poll. So basically, we're just going to pass in content and then we're going to return a poll object so we can use it in multiple spots, because we need to use it in multiple spots. Why is this song always the one that comes on? Like it never randomizes, even though it could. It's always Baka Mitai. I literally will never, ever leave that curse. Just because I played it, like, twice. Now it's stuck. Persona 5. Alright. So create poll's actually not going to be that difficult. What is going to be difficult is getting an error message. So it's supposed to return a poll object, but we actually don't have an interaction. So how many times is an interaction used? Quite often. So we need like a, call it a alternative case, I guess. We need an alternative case where it doesn't return a poll object, but a string, error string or something. Because, at least from what I'm looking at, all the follow-ups are just the same. It's just embed. Okay. Yeah, they're all the same. Same color, same everything. Just the description's different. So, if we return a string instead of an object, we could just say, okay, set the description to what we returned, and don't do anything with it. String and not a poll. Or string if poll creation failed. And that should be pretty easy to detect anyways. We just have to see every single time this pops up. I mean, it's also going to cut down on, like, repetition, because we repeat this a lot. Or, not this, but, like, this. This part is repeated quite often. This one isn't for some reason, because it's using the backticks for strings. So it's a lot of repetition that we don't need. Also, I see that sneaky response right there. It's supposed to be content. No more responses, right? Okay. Just had to double check. So with that, we just have to turn all of the interaction follow-ups into strings. Just return a string. And then in here, we need to do... What do we need to do? We need to get the poll object, which is called what? It's called new poll. Yeah, it's called new poll because I used that before. Of course, this song's really loud for some reason. I'm just gonna turn. Here we go. I need an equalizer. I still haven't gone to that. There's so many damn things to do. I just don't do things. But once this pod's done, I'm gonna have a lot of free time. And by a lot, I mean probably none, but you know, the next college quarter starts tomorrow. I have to wake up at 7? Yeah, 7. And then I have to be out of the house by 7:30. Oof. But, you know, 18 units, that should be okay. Right? I can survive 18 units while also maintaining a bot and this stuff. So we were using new poll here. So just to like keep the naming convention, we could just say new poll equals poll handler dot, what's it called? Create? Create poll. And then the content is response. And I don't think there should be any like asynchronous waiting for stuff, so it should be fine like that. New poll is literally only used like twice, but that should work. And then we just have to check if new poll. How do we check types in JavaScript? The type of? Is that literally it? Just type of? I think it is. Interesting. The keyword. If type of new poll equals string. Yeah, it also auto-completed for it too. You can see that. A big ol' selection of options. So we know it's right because it's auto. That's how you can tell. So if it's a string, then we want to send an error message, which would be... What the... No. I'm trying to go up. And the arrow key up a line, so I don't have to click. But we just need to copy and paste the embed, because it's the same embed, and then the description is just going to be Drupal. And also we need the follow-up. Like that. And that should be good. We just have to turn all of these into strings now. Just like this. It actually looks pretty nice. Alright. Let's do that for all the others. This one's a really beefy error message. Turn that. Don't need any follow-ups. Kind of rinse and repeat for the most part, but it cuts down. You can see that it's turning 3 lines into 1 line, so we're making it smaller, which is a lot nicer. And we get to use it in multiple spots, because we get to use it here, but also in the developer edit poll. They both do kind of the similar thing, but kind of different, so that's why we need the same exact code be used. So let me just find all of these. I copy paste all of these and then delete them all at the end. This is the quality content you've come here for, obviously, and delete all. And that looks a lot better. Look at that. Wow. It's actually a lot easier to tell when it errors too, because it's not like bulky. Because in my color theme, a lot of white's used. And I think, I mean, if you looked at it, there's quite a bit of white and purple. So it's kind of hard to tell that this is an error compared to just normal code like up here. So it's good that we have just a string returning, because that's just easy to tell. Looking at it, I think that should be all that's missing. I don't think there's any variables that we're just leaving out. I think we should be good. So I think what we have right now is basically we just redid the code that we had right here. Here we put a translator there. It looks weird with the type of. Apparently that's a keyword. I hope this works. It should work. It just looks weird. But we should have it in pull handler now, and that should be good. Except create pull is not used. That is fair enough because we haven't exported it. That's why it didn't pop up earlier. That's a simple mistake. But now it should say it's being used. If we control click it, I think it tells us where it's going to be used, right? At least I thought it did. Like, I'm holding control and hovering over it, and it kind of just shows you, like, oh, okay, this is what it starts with, blah, blah, blah. Does that for all of these. It's nice, but it's kind of not the most useful. So we just save that, and actually, yeah, let's save that, but we also have to make some changes. So there was a bug, a few bugs in the full creation as it stands right now. Actually wrote them up here. So copy these. This is just saying that the modals would be preferable, but at its current state, we can't use them. If you watch the last stream, you'll know why. And, I don't know, the dev updates and Discord server, sicario.dev/hub. Yeah, modals kind of suck. They're good for, like, simple suggestions, like text only, but you can't do any emojis in them, and that's kind of like the main point of, that's like 50% of what a poll is. Like, you have to react to emojis. So if you don't support them in a modal, like, well, I can't use it. Let's save that. Let's paste it at the top of what we have right here. And of course it indents very weirdly. Just re-indent that. I think there's a shortcut to, like, indent it properly. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look it up. But, so we have two things. So a bug is that if you just say by blank, so just like by anyone, which is the credit part of it, it will actually pass through this entire thing and nothing will trigger saying, oh no, you can't do that. But just by the way it's coded. So if we look at this, it splits a message into lines. Actually, I could probably just show it on Discord real quick. So let me open Discord. Dev pull commands. Let me open it. Let me open command prompt. Can pop up? No. There it is. Okay. Open command prompt and node dot initialize, and we should be able to do /poll add. It actually indented very weirdly, but yeah, basically this. Oh yeah, the other thing that I also had to add is that in order to do this workaround, you have to get a message. The only way to get a message as a bot without the intent is by pinging the bot. So you actually have to mandate users to ping the bot, which really sucks, but I'll do it, I guess. I could try applying. It takes like a week or two to get a intent applied because I actually did apply for an intent earlier. Applied for the guild members intent. Now that I think about it, I don't even think I need it, but they accepted it anyways, and I can't disable it, so. Alright, but yeah, the message intent would just basically mean I get every single message, even if they don't ping me. And, sorry, me, the bot. So if they don't ping the bot, I'll still receive messages, but I don't do anything with the messages, but the point is that it's privacy sort of thing. Like, if I was if I was malicious, I could, like, log all the messages, and that'd be really bad. That's usually in private servers and everything, so kind of sucks. Kind of really sucks. But I like the change. I don't like modals. Modals was supposed to be the alternative for this. Like, oh, you need text input? Okay, use a modal. Like, well, it doesn't support any emojis, so I guess I'll die. Timeout's working correctly. That's nice. I think it's like, how long is this timeout? 3 minutes, maybe? 2 minutes? Might be only 2 minutes. Weird. But yeah, if we just type by us, you'll see that it actually errors. Okay. Why is it error? Cannot read properties of undefined reading slice in line 192. Alright, 192. There's nothing at 192. Oh, it's because I haven't saved it yet. Okay. But I didn't save the bit up here, so it's kind of offset by like 3. Talking about this. So, for some reason it actually worked. I was actually able to submit a thing like that. Now it's saying you can't do this because there's only one line and 1 minus 1, 0. Actually, okay, that is actually a bit weird. This should exist. If lines.length, we only sent in one line, which is just by us. This is one line. If we were to like control enter or shift enter, that's another line. But for some reason it didn't think slice was a function. Not read properties of undefined. So that means, in layman's terms, this doesn't exist. So lines.length minus 1 doesn't exist. Very odd. So I guess we're gonna be console.logging lines. See what happens. Let's see if it actually works. Because maybe something broke when we transferred it over. It might be like working very oddly. So if we tried again, it'll error again, but it'll tell us we have an empty array, which is definitely not what we want. At least we know the problem now. Obviously there's nothing in the array, so trying to get index 0, which would be the first item, no item, so that's bad. So let's try and figure out why that's doing that. Because of content. Content.split splits the new lines, and this basically just makes it into an array. So every time a new line is a shift enter happens, it'll just make it the next item. It just makes it easier to format full stuff, so that's why we were using this. But maybe I didn't pass in the content correctly. Kind of feels like. I feel like I didn't pass that in as I should. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. So translate text into poll. That's basically what this is. I just want to have the comments there so it is actually readable. So response.first.content. It waits for a message. It did get the message. And it should be the message content, but it doesn't really pass it in. So we can also double check if response exists, just to see. So let's try that. Let's try by us. Response does not exist. Okay, so that narrows down our problem to that. So, as you can see, there's an extra new line here. It printed nothing when there actually was only one new line here. So, it printed that response actually doesn't exist, basically. Usually it says undefined. At least I thought, but new lines, I guess, that. So let's try and figure out why response doesn't exist now. We're just going down the line. Response equals an interaction, blah, blah, blah. It awaits a message in here, and then it gets the content of that message. Oh, you know why? I know why. It's because I didn't ping the bot. So I think read messages, it's weird. So read messages allows you to get the message. It lets you know that there is a message, but it doesn't let you access the content of that message. So if I were to console.log response.first, which I'm doing .first because this basically waits for plural messages, so it puts in an array, but we only need one, so we just take it out of the array. If we console log that, it might... I would assume that it would say something like content null, or content, like, not even as a parameter. Let's see. I don't even know what happened here. Hello? Okay, let's try that again. By us. God, it's so broken. Okay, let's try it again. Slash pull add by us. Jesus, what in the world's going on? Okay. Oh, you know why? Because I think it's erroring when we try to print it. So usually it sends an error, but it's in a try-catch loop. Just a try-catch thing. So this is erroring. So it immediately says timed out because it assumes that the error was because of time. Which is just, you know, after 2 minutes, stop waiting. But that's very... Oh, it's because I forgot an S. An S. It's orange because it's not a proper variable, that's why. That's why it errored. Let's try that again. What we should see is that there's no message content. So let's see. So we have a message and it has a bunch of stuff, but content is empty. Even though our message actually exists, it does have content. The bot is not told that it has content. because the bot's not allowed to see the message content. So, what we have to do, or actually we could also just redo it again, just to like double check that I'm not just saying things. If we ping the bot and say by us, it should have message content. Let me actually trigger the bot real quick. If I do this, it should have message content now, which it does. So, a ping is necessary. I think you might actually be able to do a reply as well. Let's just double check that too, because that would actually be a lot easier than a ping. Just like user wide, user wide, user. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, from a user's perspective, it would be a lot easier to reply to a message than type out a ping in, well, this server, it only has, well, this channel only has me and the bot. In a server with a ton of people and the bot name being @everyone, it's a little difficult. Like if I were typing this and I accidentally do whoops @everyone, it's like, oh my god, that'd be awful. So let's see if reply works. It should, hopefully. But let's see, because I'm not actually sure. So reply by us. USS. And that does not work. That's bad. That actually really sucks. Great. So, replying is not a valid way to get message content. Even though the reply is supposedly pinging. Well, actually, I guess it's not, because it's a bot. It's a very loud song. Because it's a bot, it just doesn't have a ping option, is what I'm seeing from this. Which is very unfortunate. That sucks. So, I can actually show you something. Let me go to the developer portal. I could show in bot. Okay, let me double check that there's nothing that's gonna kill me if I show this. Okay, should be fine. So let me switch over to Opera. If I can find it. Discord developer portal. Wow, look at that. So, this is the developer portal. This is basically what you see when you make a bot. So, if you scroll down, you have the privileged intents, and you can see that I got server members enabled. Message content intent is a special thing. It will be required to receive message content in most messages. It says most because there's a few ways to get around that, which is messages the bot sends, DMs, and mentions. Those are the only ways, which really sucks. It's mighty unfortunate. I thought a reply would work, but I guess not. That is really dumb. Why can't you reply to a message and have it work? Well, I guess we're gonna have to find another. We're just gonna have to go with the ping option. Also, apologies for the bright screen. I forgot that usually I give a warning before I go to like a bright light mode sort of place, because usually my streams are like all dark mode. Web pages are dark mode, everything like that. I guess Discord doesn't like dark mode, even though they're based on dark mode. Yeah. We have to ping the bot to actually see the message content. That sucks. But at least we know now. That's what I was planning to do anyways. So it's not like a super bummer, but still sucks that we have to do that instead of a reply. I think maybe later tonight, I will apply for the message content intent. They'll probably say no. They will very, very likely say no. But they might not. They might be like, oh yeah, modals don't have emoji support. And since you're a polling bot, you kind of need that. So yeah, it's fine, because pinging the bot is kind of, I don't know, not a good user experience. But I have a hard feeling that they're going to say, oh no, just have the users ping the bot or wait for modals to get better. I feel like they're going to say that. If it's not just like an automated message, it's probably going to be automated. If I know Discord, they're probably going to say, oh yeah, no. So we're going to have to program in the ping option, which will be line 1 this time. This should also probably be clarified. At everyone is required because of Discord. Maybe clarify that a little bit. So if we go to poll, so the at blank ping is required because of Discord's message content. Or, I don't know, message content. I feel like privacy should be in there because of message privacy, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Let's just add that there for now. So we're going to have to check if line 1 is a ping. So I guess we just start by typing that in. So lines should work now. We just have to have a ping. Or actually, if lines isn't even there, it actually, okay, so having the message content intent isn't that bad. Hello, new person. Sign. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're just coding a Discord bot that's almost done. Nearly done. This has some things that we have to work around Discord, because Discord's a big, I don't know, big ol' bully. Doesn't like us having good user experiences. That's all I'm gonna say. For the most part, the bot's alright, but just message stuff. Just published a library, and that's pretty neat. I'm just using discord.js at the moment, but we have to check if there's actually a ping. Check if message content exists. Because if it doesn't, if the message content just straight up doesn't exist, then like we know that the person didn't ping. So we could just say lines 0, or I guess if lines.length equals 0, then we know that they didn't ping, and then we could just say your poll message does not ping, not ping at blankety blank. Let me turn this into a literal, like that. Then I think somewhere, or actually no, I put it right here. Right here I put interaction client user ID, just because I don't want to change it to like the bot. I don't want to hard code an ID, I guess. I don't want it to be like the bot that's it's being made for, but not the active bot. Because we have a developer bot and we have a production bot. So that's why we have this as a variable, kind of. So we don't have to switch that around. But your message does not ping blank. So I don't like using I. So everyone. So the message content can't be read. And then just new line, new line. Please reuse the command and fix this error. I made a ton of spelling errors there. Wow. Jeez. I really hope that doesn't follow me into school tomorrow. It's gonna suck. We're doing fancy subtitles on the web. Interesting. I'm not sure what you mean by subtitles, though. Like, when I think of subtitles, I think of closed captioning. But I assume that's completely different. But I was about to say, is this also repeated everywhere? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we can actually remove that as well. We can just completely remove that from there, and we can just set the description to this plus this. With quotation marks if it would ever stay. Just like that. So that just removes quite a bit. Oh, so it is closed captioning, kind of. I see, I see. Very nice. Yeah, I've never, like, published anything on NPM or anything. I actually don't even know how that'd work with NPM, but I haven't done, like, server-side web development, which has, you know, its own coding with Node.js and everything, but they describe it's not captions. Subtitles as in text over video saying what people are saying. Captions describe non-speech sound. Oh. Oh. Damn, I forgot that. Or I didn't even know there was a difference between them. I see. I gotcha. Now, usually I'm doing captioning. Because I do YouTube as well. I usually caption stuff just to have that. But I get you. That's also me trying to skim to save time, so I'm not sitting there just in silence being like, oh, let me process this message real quick. Apologize for that. But we actually don't need this at all. Replace with a nothing. Because we're repeating it literally everywhere. So we don't need it. So let's just remove all that. That makes it even cleaner. Pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, that works. We just have to also... We just have to check a bunch of stuff. Basically, we have to check if lines 0 equals the ping. So if it equals this, like that, which it should equal this exactly. There might be some way to do it differently, but it'd be easier if the ping was at the end. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the most user-friendly way to do this, because pinging the bot to send a message kind of sucks. It just overall sucks. Like, we could check all of the lines if lines dot includes it includes this, then you just have to find what it is and remove it. Because the ping is completely useless information. We actually also do that with, yeah, we do that up here. If it's just a new line, we just kind of remove it. But yeah, you've been trying to get feedback on it. Convince friends to spend 2 minutes. Damn, I see. I think I know where you're going with it, but I don't use API that often. I'll be honest. I wouldn't be the guy to ask. Like the only API I really use is like, where is it? Time loop. Where is that? Time loop? Somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere in here though. You're not asking? Oh, okay, yeah. It's really difficult to get people to do stuff. Just like to be helpful. It kind of sucks. Like I do stuff on YouTube and everything, and I'm kind of planning to maybe try to integrate it into the server. But like it's hard to get people to like help out because a lot of stuff for YouTube you need a cameraman. But like who has a good PC that can record in 60 FPS and freaking send it over to me to edit it somehow when, you know, internet barely hits like 10 megabits per second. It's like, oh god. It just sucks. But I was actually planning, it might help if you have like stuff that you create, if you make a Discord server for it, you might be able to get like some people to join and they'd be happy to help you. Like in my Discord server, I haven't asked. I've just been kind of doing my own thing, but it might help to do that. Like I was planning to use modals to have like an application to be like, oh, this is what type of computer you have. This is what blank, blank, blank. Steam Deck's a good micro PC. Yeah. I've heard about it. I hear it's janky, but it works sometimes. I've just been kind of looking for it. I'm not a console sort of guy. Even though it's technically PC, I'm not really I'm not a device sort of guy. Not janky. Huh, I thought The Verge, I think it was The Verge. I don't know, one of those weird blog websites. They were saying that it was janky when they tried it out. Like some games are good, but then sometimes you have to like turn it off and on to like get Bluetooth to work and stuff. That's pretty neat that you've got it. Verge is reviewing it as a console and not a PC. Yes, they were. I mean, they kind of went into it being a PC too. They were like, oh yeah, you can... I guess, yeah, they actually said in the review that they... they said in the review that they weren't able to test like Windows or anything on it. Just the built-in OS that it had. So, I don't know. I'm never really too interested in it because I don't really need a portable anything because I kind of am always at home. I mean, I go to school. I have to commute to school, but like I'm gonna be doing schoolwork there. I ain't gonna be playing Cyberpunk. But yeah, you don't have it yet. I see. Yeah, I hear it's good. It's just not great. I hear it's good for what it does. For the games that it supports, which kind of somewhat hard to find. Some games just absolutely don't support it, which sucks. But sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I was doing again. I usually say this, I preface this a lot, but I'm fine with talking. Usually the coding's kind of filler. So I code just to like cover the white space, because there's always delays between chat and me. And usually not many people are talking anyways, so if there isn't, then I do work. But the only handheld that supports ray tracing, damn. I didn't know we're ray traced. That's on the game developer, yeah. Not enabling it. Yeah, I heard a lot. Like, I was reading about it too. It's like, oh, you could just email Valve and they'll enable it for you. And they're like, nah, no comment at this time. It's like, okay, I see. Very interesting. It also gives a bit of insight into, like, I was reading that article. It's very interesting how they just, like, send out that filler email being like, oh, we have no comment on this. Go away. It's like, oh, okay, wow. All right, thanks. It was interesting seeing that. But I don't know what I was doing here, but I know we still have... Whoa. Oh, that just highlights the entire function. Interesting. Okay. Never knew you could actually just click these. But Halo Master Chief Collection works perfectly if you disable anti-cheat. Yeah. I remember that was one of the ones that they actually asked about. Yeah. They emailed Microsoft, and Microsoft's like, we have no comment at this time. Like, oh, okay, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't know how it would control, especially FPS games. Like, I have a Steam controller. That's kind of like only thing I have kind of console related. I kind of still kind of look at it as a console, because it's still, you know, you have to hold it and everything. It's its own thing, right? Like, you can't just sit down and work on it like a PC, but it tries to accomplish being a PC. Steam controller works well for FPS games. I hear mixed things about that. I think I have it set as a trackball right now, but like, a lot of people say it's really sucky for FPS just because of the trackpads, and the trackpads suck. I don't know. But yeah, I use it like that, the trackball thing, I think. That's wrong. Try it. I don't play FPS games, so I wouldn't know. But when I have used it, you know, I haven't been able to test that out, but it's worked for, like, just camera movement, just like in general for third-person stuff. Like, I think I played Nier Automata with it. It worked alright. Worked fine. It's a controller. Does its job. Oh yeah. What am I doing here? It includes... Oh yeah, I wanted to remove the line that includes that. I remember. Like lines dot ice, I think it is. And then be the index of wherever that thing is. Index of? You really do index of? How to locate in the array? I guess it would. Okay, that works. But yeah, I haven't used Steam Control. I don't use it for much, because I don't actually even play games much anymore. But anything like emulator, like if I do an emulator, I will be using the controller. And it's worked good for those. It takes quite a bit of setup though. Like, you have to map all the keys because it's not a perfect Xbox controller. Usually they come like pre-mapped Xbox controllers, but you'd have to like change a few things with it. Steam Deck's good for emulation. Yeah, I heard that's kind of like the main thing that people... like one of the main things people would want to use it for. Just that it's good as like a retro console. because it has, I think, RetroArch, I think it's called, because you could just use that, and it just works on the go. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with any of that stuff, unfortunately. I don't really. I don't know. I looked into the Steam Deck, and I'm just like looking at it. I'm just because it's another Valve thing, and I'm always interested in Valve hardware. But yeah, basically an Xbox Series S. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, it is pretty powerful. I have heard it's pretty powerful. I remember Gabe Newell himself, even though probably like the least trustworthy source because he's the source, but like he was saying, "Oh man, we're really selling this at a freaking almost a loss, or I think at a loss or something, just because there's so much power in it." Battery doesn't last that long though. I think it's like 4 hours for 30 FPS, and you can switch FPS and everything, but like it's not too long. I mean, it work with a charging port, but usually it's for on the go. So, and yeah, I watched that video. I have notifications on for the Valve thing. Um, that was interesting to see. Um, yeah, let's hear this song. I have 104 lo-fi music songs in the background, but it always plays the same ones. I'm so sick of it. I guess those are like the most identifiable. That's just Angelian, I think. I think it was. But yeah. Yeah, so we just right here we're just removing the ping line. Remove the ping line. Because if the message has content, we know that's gonna have ping in it somewhere. Don't know if it's gonna be the only thing in the line though. So that's kind of difficult because I have to write that down. So only checks ping is in. Like we need to remove the ping somehow. I guess I could like do a for loop and remove the ping anywhere in it. Yeah, that would work. Let's try that. So let's let line of lines and then line.index of this index of ping. And we want to do line equals line dot. Anyone willing try implementing a page that uses your library? I do not. I barely know anyone that codes. Unfortunately. Like, I don't know. I just don't know many people that do. Or at least if I do, like, I vaguely know them. Like, I don't talk to them, but I just know they exist. So I don't really get to talk to many people that are doing coding. Which kind of sucks because, you know, coding's the main thing I'm doing, but I survive. I think I'll survive it, but yeah, apologies I can't help you on that. I have to slice out this part. I think the index of I do that somewhere. I forget where I do like index of and I slice out a thing in here. I did one of these gosh darn things. Let's see. Index of. I'm gonna go through each and every script and see where it is. But I know it's in here somewhere. There? Nope. Database. It might be in time loop. Full handler is where we're already using it. Yeah, this is what we were typing in just now. Yeah, it's not there. Time loop has one. Yeah, this is actually where it was. Okay, so I have to like do a slice index of +2. And then I had to find the next one. This is the length. Sucks, it's weird. I hate how hard it is just remove the string from there. But do you know what the model they use for the Gladys in the potato is called? I do not. Or maybe I've heard of it before, but I do not remember it. I know they named some things very weirdly. Like in Half-Life, they had like some people just named like I forget some weird things like I cannot remember. I know one of the Half-Life scientists was named something very very specific, like his purpose was to die or something. Something like that. But yeah, don't actually know. Index of again. I already lost it. Oh yeah, I put it right here. Okay. So I need like the line index of, and I have to slice out. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up because no point in just doing that. There might be a built-in function called potatoes. Nice. MDL. I see. Interesting. Potatoes. I mean, I'd probably name it that if I were making the game as well. It's pretty self-explanatory, I'd say. JavaScript remove string from string. Let's see. Remove text from string. Oh, it's dot replace. Oh, I forgot about dot replace. Okay, yeah. So for a line of lines, we just gotta do line dot splice. Yeah, there's so many. I always mix them up. There's split, splice, slice, substring. It's like, oh my god. They're all like so similar. I always mix them up. Split makes an array. Slice splits a string, kind of. Substring splits a string, but in a worse way. And then I don't remember what the other one was. Splice. Oh, splice removes from an array. That's what it was. Yeah, it's so confusing. They're all named so similarly. But we just have to replace this with that. And that is very easy. So that's nice. And then we also have to just like double filter it out, I guess. Or I guess what do we do? We could technically just put this in here. Like up here, so we don't have to do a new line thing again. For a line of lines. This won't even run if there's 0. So if there is 0, then it do blah blah blah. Now I'll leave it. I'll just redo this. Just so it is an accurate error message, because if they actually do ping it, but they only ping it, it'll say that it didn't ping just because it removed that line, so just do that. But remove the ping And then I think that's about it. I think that's at least the add the check for a ping. Now we just have to fix a by blank. One line by blank is just a blank poll. Actually, double check that as well. Let's try it out. We do /poll add by us. Just errors. It doesn't even do a blank poll. Just because content is blank. We didn't ping the bot. Interactions undefined. 196? Still doing interactions? Man, I thought I removed all of them. 196? Wait. Nothing at 196. I guess I didn't save it. Interaction. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, so I'm actually doing interaction.client.user. I can't do that. But I still need the client. Which kind of sucks, because I need a specific client, so I kind of need to pass in the client. So let's do that. I can type correctly. Let's remove all that. And there. And then we're just going to have to pass it in right over here. Interaction.client. To work, I think. And then that should be that. Hopefully it doesn't error this time. Hope. /poll add by us. Okay. Your poll does not ping blank, so the message content cannot be read. Please reuse the command and fix this error. Cool. So it has a proper ping error. So we just have to do... What now? If we do, like, at everyone and then by us, what does it do then? Errors. Cannot read properties of undefined question. Poll handler 13. Yeah, so it actually went through, create a poll, but the poll doesn't have any valid things like question in it. And that broke line 13, which gets called later down the line because it sends a demo poll. So we need to fix that. We need to make sure that everything exists. So let's see what we can do. So we're removing the ping. Then we're removing the line that has the ping. Or, you know, if there was other stuff in that line, it wouldn't remove it. And check if the credit's there. If it says by blank as the last thing, it should go through. And then for the rest of the lines, it does all this. So what went wrong? Yes. I mean, we could just add checks down here. But question does not exist, so lines 0 did not exist. So... Or was it questions? The questions? Yeah, undefined reading question. For cannot read property of undefined, and undefined was actually whole table up here. I think that might be what happened. So it went through, but it returned something that wasn't a poll table. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what happened, because it actually doesn't return the new poll at all. It needs to return the new poll, or else it doesn't do anything with it. That's the last thing that we forgot when transferring that over. But if we try it again, and we ping, and do by us, there it is. That's the problem. So it thinks the ping... Actually, the ping has a exclamation point, which made it count as a line, so it didn't actually remove it properly. That's very odd, because I thought usually when you ping... Oh, I guess it does include that. Okay. Alright, that works. Sure. Just include a exclamation point in it, I guess. I think it automatically edits it to have an exclamation point here. But we have to, like, check for the hard-coded stuff. Because Discord changes this, but it doesn't change this. We need to do that. And if we try again, then hopefully at everyone by us still has the same exact thing. Alright. Did I even save? Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, I don't want that pulled because it doesn't have literally anything in it. So we just have to fix this in general. We just have to make it so it always either errors or it returns a proper poll. So, I mean, I guess we could... Well, it checks for duplicate reactions, it checks for limits. I mean, I guess we could add another check for existence. If it exists, then it's good. But, let's actually see what doesn't exist in this poll right now. So if we do make a poll like that, what does not exist? Like, is it an empty string, so it does exist? Or is it just bad? So we do by us again. We get a question, we get blank options, a blank reactions, full type, a blank results, and we get credit. So everything does exist, but it just doesn't have things in it, which is bad. So we have to make sure that there's actually options. So we need to see. We need to like double check options, or just double check there are options. And then options.length is greater than 12. I guess there isn't a limit to the minimum amount of options. Which there should be. So let's add a limit real quick. If new poll.options.length is less than 1. So if there's less than 2 options, or I guess, yeah, less than 2. If there's less than 2 options, then it should error because then there's no poll to vote on. So, I have to do this. Your poll must have at least 2 options. Currently, let's see. We can type this out. I have to backslash that. Don't backslash that. And then new poll dot options dot length. There we go. Okay. And that should hopefully stop that from happening. And it should hopefully... It should account for all the others too, because options, results, and whatever it's called, reactions, options, and results, they're all linked together. They all do the same stuff. Like they do this and this for each poll, for each option. So I think with that little addition, it should hopefully just work. Hopefully. If I do an at everyone by us, the poll must have at least 2 options, currently 0. Okay. If we do /poll add, at everyone votes 1, but no, or I guess maybe we could do like, we did something like this. I'm trying to break the bot right now, so I'm trying to do like, we do that and then by us. Would it work? An error occurred. Okay, cool. So we did break the bot. So that's good, because then, you know, if this actually went into production and people were just able to error the bot, that would be pretty bad. So, reference error emoji rejects is not defined in poll handler 228. Okay, that's actually just a thing that we didn't bring over. Emoji rejects. Because we transferred everything over, we didn't transfer over the dependency. Let me remove those semicolons, because through semicolons. Let's try it again and see if it works this time. So we shouldn't have a dependency error at the very least, but we might get other stuff. So if we copy and paste, your poll has no valid emoji for option 1. This could be for a few reasons. Yeah, so it's a little confusing, because I think... Like, I'm trying to figure out what the bot's thinking right now. So option 1, what is option 1? Does it think the ping's option 1? Like, is anyone actually gonna mess that up that bad anyways? Just double check if making a regular poll works. Or how about one with no question? Hi to by us. Okay, so the question just becomes the ping. It's bad. I swear to God, I thought we replaced it. Did I not replace it properly? This poll handler. Where's our create a poll? Where's it? Okay. So line.replace places text in a string. String to search for. String containing... Yeah. So... either it doesn't find this, or it just doesn't overwrite correctly? Like console.log line. We do something like that, and I think I might have a console log in here still. Get rid of that. Don't need it. That was from earlier. But if we try that, let's see what the lines actually are, because I'm not quite sure. We copy paste. It should be removing the ping, but it does. It does remove the ping. It's just blank here. But for some reason, it still pops up down here. So, I'm not exactly sure what happens. So let's double check what question is. Question's line 0. But line 0 should be overwritten here. Or it should be straight up removed, if anything. So, I am not actually sure. Client.user.id, that should be the proper thing. And it did actually print that it was removed, because it's a blank. Show it again. It's a blank string right here, and that's the options that are actually there. But if we console dot log lines out here. Does it still have the ping? Because it feels like they still have the ping. Let's see. Copy and paste. Yeah, it still does. You see that? The line does not have it, but this does, and I think I know why. So what we're doing is this is a reference that doesn't actually change anything else. This is only valid within here. So we're just setting something that doesn't actually happen anywhere else. So what we actually need to do, we need to do a proper for loop. We need to do an I equals 0, I is less than lines.length, I++, and then we have to do lines I equals, and that'll actually overwrite it. Just have to make it a little more verbose, and then that should actually overwrite it. That should remove the ping, and it should hopefully work. We do /poll add again, and I copy paste again. We get that. There's actually nothing in the line. Interesting. So it's actually creating a space. There's just a singular space. I see. Okay. So we have to account for spaces as well. So if line doesn't equal blank or a space, and I think there is a function to remove white space. I forget what it's called. Let me look it up real quick. JavaScript remove white or remove leading white space or something. Should pop up. Trim. Removes white space from both sides of a string. Okay, that's exactly what we need. Okay. So, we do .trim. I knew there was a function for it. It removes the trailing white space. And line terminator. So, if we do that there and there, typing term, then it should properly remove the line. And should be good. I think question will actually become the first option, which is what I'm kind of worried about, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. So let's see if that happens. Yeah, it must have two options, currently one. And this is actually kind of not very descriptive because it thinks that this is an option, or it thinks this is a question when it isn't. So it's kind of hard to differentiate a question from a option. But maybe there's a way. We could maybe list what options we did find. And then that'd make it a little more clear, but honestly, I think at this point, I think it's fine. We fixed the bug, and hopefully if people forget a question, they should realize it eventually. So, that's shortening the to-do list. We don't have many things to do. Export to do. There's 6 things left to do. The unlink is actually almost pretty much done. Rate limit suggestion uses, I need to kind of do that. That's a pretty big one, actually. Poll queue pages, that might be a thing I could push off. Edit poll. Oh yeah, edit poll. So we did all of this because we wanted to do an edit poll. So we have this as a function, but we don't actually need, or I guess we don't actually need to like create another poll with poll add if we can just take the poll handler and use it in here. That's actually going to take a little while though. We have to get the poll text as well. That's kind of just going to be copy paste like this. Let me just remove this. So we need to like wait for the message as well. And we also have to send it. And it's... I don't like it. But if we just copy paste, maybe it will just work. Let's see. So if we do let embed, edit, Discord wide poll. And then this is a developer command, so we don't really need anything like verbose, so I'm going to know what it is. But just change this message. So send a message with the following format. It will edit poll in all servers it has been sent to. And then also it's like doing that weird spacing thing. I don't know why it's doing that, because there's no spaces there. Tab. Oh, it's very odd. I don't know why this is spaced like it is. Because this isn't, but this is. Because if we looked at Discord, you could see this is proper, but all of this is not. It's got like a million spaces behind it. Actually, how many does it have? It has exactly 20 spaces behind it. So it's actually just taking all of this as literal spaces, which sucks, because it shouldn't be spaces. Isn't it usually tabs? I don't know. It usually works. It usually doesn't do spaces that weirdly, but I think it's because the way it is. So we have to like remove that, but I'm gonna save that. And then it will translate the poll text. We could just kind of copy paste that as well. Actually, it's gonna be a lot of this. It's gonna be send a demo poll, wait for the button response, and then it would edit it all. But yeah, I'll probably do that off stream. I start spring quarter, 18 college units tomorrow. So this might be, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of work, I think. I might be able to drop a class, but I'm gonna have to see how much. But hopefully this will be done. Hopefully all the code will be done soon enough. And hopefully the version 14 will be done before, you know, the deadline, which is in a month from now. So we have a month to transfer over to our slash commands. But yeah, I think it should work. I mean, I'm just waiting for the library to do what it's doing, because it's very, very, very important. But hopefully they'll get the library working so we don't have to push a bot that's in like 800 servers with a development branch that's already kind of buggy. But yeah, we'll have to see how it is. If you are interested in like development stuff about this, Zakaya.dev/hub will send you to the Discord server where there's kind of daily updates on it. Otherwise, I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, or morning. And I've got some YouTube stuff brewing, and this bot, and that's about it. I can only do 2 projects at once, or else I'll get overloaded. Well, I do a lot more. I usually do like homework and everything, but it's probably rough. But we'll see. I'll see. I'll see what the workload's looking like. But the bot literally only has 6 to-dos left. It's pretty insane. Only 6. And a lot of them are very optional. Like these 2, I could literally do without them, kind of. Kind of need an announcement though, but that's kind of. This one I could do without. This one I do need. This one I do need, and then this one I don't actually really need. It's kind of whatever. So we're really close. So there might be a beta if you're interested in a beta to like try and break the bot and everything. That's also going to be in the Discord server, cicadia.dev/hub. If you're interested. Otherwise, that's all. That's all for the stream. Hopefully I'll be able to stream somewhat often, maybe, probably not, but we'll see. Again, updates in the Discord server. Appreciate you for stopping by though, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon.